As we learned in that article, you need to create a construction for every new word and phrase that you learn. So let me show you a few more examples. I was reading this New York Times article, and I like this expression here. Talking about the changes that the FBI made, the article says that the changes were not set in stone. Set in stone is an expression that means permanent or final. You'll usually see it as not set in stone, that is, not permanent or not final. So here's the construction I would create. The blank isn't set in stone. The sales price isn't set in stone. The date isn't set in stone. The time isn't set in stone. The location isn't set in stone. The name isn't set in stone. Try a few more on your own. Let's try another one. Here's the headline of a different New York Times article. Coffee prices rise as producers decide to cut back on exports. To cut back on means to reduce. So let's create a construction for that. We need to cut back on blank. We need to cut back on spending. We need to cut back on buying clothes. We need to cut back on junk food. We need to cut back on office supplies. We need to cut back on watching TV. But constructions don't always have to come from articles. Again, you need to do this every time you learn a new word or phrase. So, imagine you're speaking with an American friend about his job, a job he hates. You tell him, "Maybe you should quit." And he says, "No, that's out of the question. I need the money." Out of the question is an expression meaning not possible, and it's perfect for a construction. Blank is out of the question. Quitting is out of the question. A raise is out of the question. A trip to Tahiti is out of the question. A new car is out of the question. A promotion is out of the question. If you get into this habit of making a construction for each new word and phrase that you learn, you will quickly become a fluent speaker of English.